everybody, welcome back. So on this one, we're going to continue to work on the trade tab. The next one that we're going to take a look at is the active trader. Now in the previous video, you can see where I had installed a older file that I used to use for the active trader. Now I was using Thinkorswim to day trade options before there were micros, and now that there's micros, I don't day trade options anymore. So this is really a tab that I haven't yet come up with a new uh, purpose for. But let's go through the files and see what's in there, and maybe kind of go from there. So you can see, just like on the previous ones, we're on the trade tab. We're looking at active trader. This is the only one of those that I have for the active trader. But we can kind of scroll down and see what else we have here. Let's see. ES with cog lines. So that doesn't really appear to be anything other than just an ES. Probably needs to be one that gets deleted. So nothing spectacular about that. This, guys, is really just one more chart that you can set up exactly how you want it and then save it so that you don't have to worry about losing it, right? One thing you could think about doing with this would be to set up your anchor signal for not specifically the open, but maybe in the afternoons if you're interested in trading a parabolic market or a waterfall. I can see that I have two that were not named very well. They're hiding back here, Active Trader Default and Default 2. So I thought I would bring those up and take a look at it. Now, if you're going to use Thinkorswim to do your trading drills, this might be something you could think about putting into place. The idea here would be that you do drills on Thinkorswim so that it does not mess with your Tradebate statistics on your trade numbers. So that's an active trader default that I had saved, and then this is an active trader default that I had saved. The concept behind this setup here is a lot like an anchor signal. You can see the daily, the 2-hour, and then the 5-minute. These higher time frames give us our bias or our perspective while we're looking to take these intraday trades. One of the things that I've noticed the traders do is they get really stuck, really focused on these smaller time frames, and they don't look at how the day or the trade is playing out overall on the market. All right, and so this is another way to kind of get that example. This is a 3-month daily chart, and this is a 20-day 2-hour chart, resting with a 5-day 5-minute. And you can see that I had turned off the overnight hours in these views. Okay, so just another perspective, right? Just another way of setting these charts up. What I do want to do at this point is reset this so that mine looks like yours, and then we're going to go through and we're going to build something for the active trader. Alright, so what I've decided to do with this is I'm going to go ahead and install some market breadth indicators into here. This is something that I used to use all the time, and I kind of backed away from it when I quit day trading on the options market. We're going to be using studies in this. There is a cumulative tick indicator, and that's what we want to use. Pin that bar up at the top. So for those of you who haven't seen this, I did a blog post on it on the bullish bears. I believe I've done videos on it. I've certainly shared it before. I will share this in a link with this video so you'll have this indicator. You don't have to go hunting for it. I'm not going to explain the value or the use of this indicator in this video. We're just going to be setting up the charts. We're also going to add another indicator here as well. that ought to do it. So these three indicators, I will just share. Probably I will share the entire chart, and then you'll have it. So what we want to do is go to settings, and we want to turn off show price subgraph. Now what we've just done here is we've gotten rid of price, and that's fine because none of these indicators were looking at the candles that were on the screen. Right? All of these indicators were looking at the New York Stock Exchange, and they have nothing to do with whatever you have showing up here. Okay, so down here at the bottom we've had the Russell, the Nasdaq, the S&P, and the New York Stock Exchange. I have tried to add the Dow into this multiple times. It just does not work out, and that's fine. We're not missing anything. Okay, so that's the chart setup right there. We're going to go up and name this. All right, so we want to save grid as. I want to make sure I'm using the same format for everything else that I was using on the tabs. So I want to just pick another one and then rename it. See how the part of the front is what I'm looking for. The trade tab with the percent sign. Now what do we have up here at the top? We are on the trade tab, active trader. So we want to name that trade tab, active trader. And then something that distinguishes it from the others. And just like that. Now I am going to save this or share this with the videos, so when I do, you will get these three indicators already as a part of the chart. So you'll be able to just go up and you'll see them listed here. So now we have the sector rotation model, the active trader. The futures trader will be the next video, and then of course we'll get into the Forex trader last. So guys, that's it. That's a short and sweet, simple and easy. You now have, oh goodness gracious, one more thing. Put that on a 1 minute time frame. That is the missing piece. Now these all work only during market hours. They do not work in the overnight hours. It's very important to recognize that, because if you put this on 1 minute today and it's in the middle of the night, it's not going to show you anything. It's just going to sit there and spin and not give you anything. So you need at least 1 day showing. And the reason we want the 1 minute is because of the tick. All right, so when I was using this on other time frames, I was using it on a 5 minute. You want to pick one and stick with it. You don't want to keep changing your time frames around. Now, since we're going to be using this cumulative tick with these other two, then we want to leave everything on a 1 minute. All right, that's it, guys. I will see you in the next video.